This scatter is called sum of the first n term of series. What we have to do is to create a function that takes a integer as an input. And as you can see, we have to iterate through a range and then add up a few fractions to get to an answer. But note, you need to round the answer to 2 decimal places and return it as a string. Let's go. There we are. As you can see, the first iteration we have to return a 1, and then we have a fraction of 1 divided by 4, and then 1 divided by 7, and so on and so forth. What strikes me is that the denominator is increased with 3 every iteration, so we have to do something with that. But let's start first by iterating through the range of integers. So for integer in the range of the argument, so we make 5 iterations. That's called iteration, by the way. Yeah. And then we have to do something. So first of all, we have to return 1. But then we have to divide this 1 by something. Let's take the iteration, for example. Is that possible? I guess not. No, we get a 0 division error. Division by 0 is not possible. So let's add a 1 in front of it. That doesn't really work out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What we have to do is to multiply this iteration by 3. That looks something that we can work with. Do you see it? 1, 4, there we have the 4, 7, there we have the 7, 10, there we have the 10. Yeah, let's wrap this in parentheses. Maybe we get the fraction that we are looking for. Does this work out? Yeah. As you can see, 1/4 is equal to 0.25. And then we have this iteration, the third one, 1 divided by 10. That's actually 0.1, and so on and so forth. So those are the decimal values that we're looking for. But then we have to somehow add them up to a new variable. So let's create that. Summed up is equal to 0. And we can add the decimal values as follows. Summed up plus equals this computation, and let's return summed up. That looks like we are heading in the right direction, but we have to return it as a string with 2 decimals. For that, we can use the format method. So let's start with just curly parentheses, and then the format method, dot format. And then we can put in the variable summed up in it, and make this a string, by the way. And then we'll make sure that the variable summed up will be placed in this placeholder here. And then we actually return the integer as a string. Yeah. But in this placeholder, we can also format the variable with colon dot to f. We make sure that we only denote the answer with 2 decimals. There we have it. So that should work out. Let's do a little test here. Is that equal to our preferred string? Yeah. Well, let's put it to the test. And there we go. Hope this has been useful and helpful. If so, please consider dropping a like, and hope to see you in another video. Ciao.